Hi guys, I'm going to share another really quick layout that I did today. This one is called Strange Ladybug and it's also for scrapbooksuppliesonline.com.au and it's using the Serendipity collection by Basic Grey. This is the sixth layout that I've done with this collection and I really tried to come up with a variety of different looks, and this was one that I really wanted to do for this collection because it features a ladybug, and there are lots of ladybugs on the various papers in this collection, so I thought it was perfect. So I have that one picture that's printed in 4x6 that's the close-up of the ladybug itself, and I don't even know if it is a ladybug because it's kind of freaky looking. It's kind of silver. It looks like it's got a silver and black animal print. And then the two 3x2 photos beside it. And I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do my title at this point. So I spelled out the word lady, and then I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put bug. And then I decided it looked kind of cool going down the Y like that. And then I'm going to put the word strange above it, and that's going to be my title. And I actually did this part of this layout a few days ago, I think on Thursday, and I got kind of stuck with it. And I'll tell you the point at which I got stuck. So here I've decided that I'm going to put some of this blue paper as a layer behind the photos. And at this point, I'm considering putting the title up in the corner. And so I cut some strips of paper to do some layering, and I didn't like how that was looking. And then I thought about using some sticker elements, like maybe one of those tall flowers on the side or something. And then I decided, because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, I thought I would cut out some of the elements that I knew I wanted to use. So cutting out a ladybug, and that was a pretty obvious choice. And I'm also going to cut out another one of those medallion flowers, which I have cut out for another layout. And I really like those flowers a lot, especially when you add some doodling to them. It really changes the look of them. So here's the point at which I can't figure out what else to do, so I actually walked away from it and left it and did another layout on another day. Like this is actually today, so this is 3 or 4 days later. 3 days later. And so at this point, what am I doing? I zoomed in too close. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm looking for my bold marker and I can't find it. So I decided to go with my Stampin' Up! Black marker, which leaves a pretty bold line as well. I couldn't find my Zig Writer. And then I decide to put the title on the negative space in the photo, which I love that. And I don't know why I didn't think of it the first day. So it's a good example of how when you walk away and you come back, you can think of, something that you might not have otherwise thought of. So I'm just putting my lettering on the layout, like on the photo, and I'm really liking how that looks. So I'm glad that I decided to do that this time. And I'm just going to do a little bit of outlining just to put a little bit more emphasis around that what's left showing of the 4x6, which ends up being more of a 4x4. And now I'm using my .005 pen to trace around the outside edges of those letters just to give them a little bit more emphasis so they stand out a bit more from the skin tones on the photo. And now I'm just going to play around with the layering a little bit, and I changed my mind quite a few times about how I'm going to do this. So I wasn't liking that, so I put it horizontally and I liked it better that way. And then I was going to put that piece like that, but I ended up not liking it that way, so I'm going to layer two squarish pieces on the end of that rectangle instead of going with a horizontal and a vertical. So I'm liking how this is looking, and I'm going with the bold outlining for all of the pieces. And now I'm just going to do some outlining on the medallion flower, just so that it stands out a little bit. Oh my goodness, the dog is being really noisy. it's just his nails on our hardwood floor. Um, so now I'm going to cut a tag, another tag, and I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter so it will fit in the space that I want it to be. And I don't know what I'm getting right now. I'm getting something. um, and so now I'm playing around with how I'm going to layer that tag behind the photo. And I just want it to be peeking out, but I want the reinforcer to be showing. So I had to play with it a little bit to get it to where I wanted it to be. And then I glue it and then I move it. And there, that's more like what I wanted. So then I just layered that medallion flower on there. I was thinking about using some stickers, but instead I decided I would cut out some of these flying ladybugs. So I'm going to do 2 more so that I have a set of 3. And cutting around the antennas is a little bit tricky, but it's worth it just to take your time and get it done. And so I'm going to put my layers down, and then I'm just going to glossy accent my ladybugs. And I left them so that they're sort of peeling off the layout a little bit. They're not glued down like to all the edges. Took 2 pieces of washi tape, a pink and a greenish, I guess it's green. And then I also put those at the top and bottom of the stack of layers. And here I'm looking for some reddish paper to punch a heart out of so that I can layer a heart over the washi tape. I'm going to outline that heart, put a couple of doodles on it, and staple her down. And I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Oh yes, I do this all the time. I'm pre-writing my journaling just to see how long it's going to be and how it's going to fit in the space. And I always do this. I pre-write it, and then when I go to put it on my page, I'm actually going to change what I write. So there's not much point in pre-writing it, really. But anyways, I don't always like how I end up wording things when I do that, but I guess it's more natural. Just added a little flatback pearl to the medallion flower, and now I have a roller stamp that just has all girly sentiments on it, and this one says pretty, so I just stamped pretty 3 times. It's kind of a little bit off kilter, but you know, that's just the way it goes. It kind of has a messy kind of look to it, so I like that. And so there are the close-ups of the layout. This one came together in much less than an hour, like probably 40 or 50 minutes. So another example of a quick layout that you can throw together when you're working with a single collection. Thanks for watching. Bye.